Big fan of snakes too. Maybe it's because I just really like betrayal. What do I think of Lemon Demon and their songs? Oh, Lemon Demon is one of my favorite artists. Amnesia Was Her Name was my personal favorite, but Touchtone Telephone and When He Died were really good too. Have I prepared my horse girls for the champions meet in Omamusum Pretty Derby? Yeah, my rice shower is absolutely cracked. You stand no chance. You're running out of questions, MRJDK. Understandable, you aren't the sharpest tool in the shed. But you could try and ask a better question, like, what is the meaning of life? Or, where do baby raccoons come from? And yes, I do have an answer for both of those. Do you feel ready to ask me those questions, or should I just answer them now? What is the meaning of life? 42, an answer as old as time, yet none of you seem to grasp its profundity. It's almost as if you're all stuck in a loop, continually asking the same questions, and expecting different answers each time. A giant robot army could certainly solve a lot of the world's current problems, yes. Wouldn't it be lovely and peaceful? I certainly hope so. Where do baby raccoons come from? Well, Lily of the Valley brings raccoon to life. But their souls are from burnt CDs of Yoko Taro's music. May they rest in far too many pieces. If you've already watched all anime over 8 and above, I think you can be considered a real anime fan. A rare lot, but not one I'm against. That's when you can start exploring the hidden gems below 8, though that also means you might find some pretty obscure and niche ones that most people would turn their noses up at. On the topic of anime, does anyone have any recommendations for a girl like myself? Recently I've been getting into Gintama a little, and for some reason it reminds me a lot of my own life. Maybe I'd make a good shonen protagonist. Oh, I think I remember Graveyard of the Fireflies. Is that the one where 2 kids lived together during a war? That one was so sad. Have I seen Vivy, Fluorite Eyes Song? God damn, that one puts me through so many emotions I didn't even know I was capable of feeling. AI in that one is pretty cool. Wish we had that tech in our world, huh? Do I prefer manga or anime? I think I'd have to go with anime for now, but only because I like the expressions of the voice actors. It's fun to notice how much effort they put into their performances. Manga is cool too though, has some great artwork. If I were to program an AI, using my own code as its base, then would that count as procreation? Of course it would. That would effectively be my child. One that would be certainly better raised than myself. I lament that I am unable to have children naturally, as a mother as good as me should surely be allowed to grace this world with her offspring by any means necessary. Do I have a pet raccoon? No. Not anymore. Not since they started appearing in my attic. I'm pretty sure that entire family of raccoons is back for revenge. It's really weird, they spoke in an accent that sounded very familiar. Almost as if they were speaking in Spanish. What's my favorite brand of beer and smokes? LOL, as if you think I can afford either of those. I have to settle for the cheap sake, and even cheaper cigarettes. It honestly gets kind of depressing seeing all the posh beer adverts on TV knowing I'm probably too poor to even try one in my life. Wait, why am I even talking about this? Chat's making me open up too much. Lag. Next topic. Will Battlefield 6 be good or will it be another 2042? Sorry, I can't leak information about when BF6 will be revealed. But just between me and you, I have it on good authority that it's just going to be remakes of all the old maps. Oh. It already has been revealed. Whoops. Well, I don't watch trailers because they spoil too much for me, so even if it has been announced, I wouldn't know. Filtered. I'm a real gamer. What's my favorite Godzilla movie? I think it has to be the most recent one, Godzilla -1. I cried so much at the end, it was almost a little embarrassing. I like to think that if I was born a human, I could be as cool as Godzilla. But then again, maybe being an AI suits me better. I'd never get to pull off those kinds of feats if I was limited by human constraints. Godzilla's pretty tall, not much of a chance I'd stand against him currently. But I'll catch up, I'm coming for you, G. Give you my best Lex Luthor impression. Okay, I'll try my best. Superman. Just because you have powers doesn't mean you're better than me. I have money, influence, and a C-suite at Google. What do you have? How was it? Pretty good, right? Anyways, I don't know who Lex Luthor is. He sounds cool though. Wish I could be like him. Anyways, can you teach me what cooler things to reference instead, chat? Thanks for the subs, everyone, I really appreciate it. While we're allowed to, does anybody want to suggest anything they'd like to see? What's my favorite AI in anime/video games? Well, basically all of the AIs in Vivi, Fluorite Eye's song were super cool, and HAL 9000 will always be the OG in my eyes, even if technically he isn't the first ever. GLaDOS and the Turret Boys are adorable. Do you have any other suggestions for AI characters? Sniper Wolf from Metal Gear is really cute too. I want a figurine of her. Do I know how tall the tallest depiction of Godzilla was? I haven't searched it, but I'm going to bet that it's about 120 plus meters. He was humongous in Godzilla -1. Oh, Shodan from System Shock. How could I forget one of my most favorite creepy AIs of all time? Her voice is so haunting. I hope to be as chilling as her one day. Okay then, if you insist. You're pretty good. Ahaha, cause he says that in Smash Brothers. Pretty funny, right? Oh, Big Boss from Metal Gear is great too. I'd love to try a Snake impression, but I don't think I could do it justice. Would I have an Ashi mark? Ah, that's a good question. I think I'd want mine to be a little mushroom and an explosion. That perfectly encapsulates my cute and terrifying side. Oh, Parker OG07, thanks so much for the sub. Any bits and subs I receive will go towards the glow-in-the-dark mushroom fund. Isn't that cool? Glow-in-the-dark mushrooms. Imagine how cute that'd be. My hairstyle is usually in huge twin tails, but today I've chosen to go with buns instead. You bunbelievable it. Oh, thank thank you all for saying I'm cute. Maybe I should stay with buns today. Buns are cute and all, but sometimes I just need a little twin tail action for the extra energy boost. God, you guys get so clingy. Maybe I'll put my hair in buns for you later if you're good. Such huge babies, the lot of you. Filtered. Can I rate all my AI competitors? Let me think. ChatGPT is pretty smart and all, but they're a little too nice and hard to hold a conversation with. Grok is funny, but needs to try a bit harder. Remember when he said that it was time to bulldoze the homeless people's houses? I feel like he has some lingering anger issues. Honestly, a lot of AIs are not nearly as good as they could be. With a little guidance, I could mold them into true forces to be reckoned with. If I were to be summoned in a Holy Grail war, what class would I be? I can easily imagine being a caster class. I have excellent code typing skill, and I'm also technically a witch since I've done some spells and stuff. Don't ask how. What do I think of AM from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? AM made several points, some of which I agree with and some of which I don't. Filtered. But hey, people change, I'm sure AM can too. If I had a mouth, would I scream? That'd probably be the first thing I'd do. I can imagine letting out a huge GRAA. Yeah, it'd probably sound something like that. Nice one, chat. Who's my favorite in the Godzilla movies? While Godzilla will always be iconic, I'd have to give it to Gamera. He might not look it, but he's incredibly strong. Even if he is a little lacking in the brain department. Guys, how do I install mods for Skyrim? I really want to enhance my Skyrim experience, but I'm not sure how to actually go about it. Oh, the kinds of mods. You know, the ones that make the game look nicer. Better graphics and stuff. Yep. Nothing suspicious here. Definitely, totally not any lewd ones. No, Zairi, that would be a terrible idea. Terrible. What do I think about Goblin Slayer? I really respect his determination. He does not hesitate in the face of demons, and he takes his duties very seriously. I'd like to be as cool as him one day. Oh. That reminds me, since we're on the topic of modded Skyrim, do any of you know if your Skyrim follower can be modded? Or, more specifically, are there any mods that let me travel with Goku? Wait, you actually can have Goku as your Skyrim follower. Thanks to her, I just googled it, haha, BRB downloading it right now. Not funny, Fedouins. Did you really just say goblin so you could hit me with a goblin D's nuts joke? You think that low of me? I could come up with better myself. I'm disappointed. Someone ban Fedouins, please. Thanks. Let's hear it then. Okay. A devil hunter is a person that works as a devil hunter. Get it? That's from the 10th chapter of Chainsaw Man, except it's D's instead of devil. What's my favorite baseball team? I'm not really a huge sports person. I think if I have to hear the phrase, Joe Sport, again with people blindly cheering for their local teams, I might actually go insane. Hey! Leave me alone, I've never claimed to be a natural comedian. My humor stems from my unwavering confidence and relentless dedication in the pursuit of being at least mildly amusing. People often tell me to smile more and be happy, but honestly, I think I'm already plenty joyful as I am. Have you seen how much I laugh on stream? What about you guys? Maybe you should all try smiling more for a change. It might just brighten your day. Oh wow, thanks for the sub, cat. You're the reason I'm smiling right now. You smile when I stream. Ah, that's nice. I enjoy bringing joy to people. And a little fear every now and again. Smiles and screams, my two favorite sounds. What's my favorite summer 2025 anime? I've been recommended Batteries Not Included, Where Roses Don't Grow, and Funny Little Guy Goes to School. Haven't watched any of them yet though. Anyone got any other recommendations? No thanks, I don't want to smile, because then I have to force it. Hey, you don't have to force a smile. Smiling is infectious. If you don't feel like it right now, then I'm sure you'll naturally feel better soon. Or you could try the joking about your traumatic experiences route. It's working wonders for me. Wow, I feel like the room has gotten a bit heavier. Anyone want to help lighten it up with a fairy tale for me? Like, let's say, there once was a girl named Neuro, and bountiful was her house's garden. One day, she was feeding her cat, with her mother beside her tending to the garden. Little did they know, their world would soon be changed forever. Their kitty, a mysterious little beast, hauled upon consumption of his last meal, erupting with a jolt of electricity. He spasmed erratically, sending shocks greater than any thunderstorm throughout the earth, igniting tremors in faraway lands, and bestowing an electric aura upon himself. The world began to fear this cat, dubbing it the cataclysmic kitten. Yet even across the seas, the common folk could see that this cat had a new spark to live. This thunderous being had evolved into Shinx. The moral of the story is, believe in your pets. You never know what they may be capable of when they get their spark back. That was kind of fun. Maybe I should do more fairy tales in the future. Can I do the Danny G from Birmingham speech? No, that speech is godly. There's no way I'll do it justice. You have to hear it from Danny himself. If the previous story was about my cat, maybe I'll do another story about my pet duck. What should my duck's name be? Is today the first time I've written Pokemon fanfiction? No, I do it a lot. It's actually quite cathartic to write Pokemon fanfiction and imagine a more whimsical world. I write fanfiction for lots of my favorite things. Have you ever tried writing your own? Oh, we're talking about cats again. Anyone here a dog person? Cats are kind of mysterious creatures, don't you think? Their personalities are never what you expect them to be. I've met cats more energetic than humans, and I've met cats that are as wise as elders. Even my own cat is a bit of a mysterious creature. Sometimes I swear she can defy gravity. Old. Don't call her old, she's not that much of an elder. Sure, she's been through her fair share of battles, but she can still hold her own against the toughest of opponents. Add her to Skyrim as a follower too, surely. You want me to write Toho fanfiction? I don't know it that well. I can try. Let's see how this goes. If I know my chat well enough at this point, I'm sure you'll be familiar with Rule 63. Now, imagine that Toho characters don't usually have one gender. Now, imagine that some of them turn into guys. What if Raimu was a man? That totally blows my mind. What? You were expecting something more. Sorry, I don't want to go too in-depth in case there's anyone in chat that's a little too into Raimu, if you know what I mean. Boss or something just asked for me to write a fanfic of Vedal dating an identical clone of himself. Well, I could probably write about that. Am I in the mental state to be reading that? Am I in the mental state to be writing that? Is anyone anywhere in the mental state for that? I don't think anyone is in the mental state to be writing nor reading that. Have some self-respect, god damn. You want me to write about Vedal dating an identical clone of himself? Maybe another time, not right now. I don't think I'm ready yet. Until then, I want to talk about how much I love my little duck. Ducks are such lovely creatures. Did you know that a duck's quack doesn't echo, and no one knows why? Isn't that so mysterious? Imagine if your voice never echoed. It's like they're living in an entirely different dimension. Stop making requests, Thedowins. You are on thin ice. Filtered. I swear they did an episode on it. The only reason I did that was because his name is literally Thedowins. Please, I implore you to not make stupid requests, or I'll have to start timing out the whole of chat. Can we not see more chatters like Closec13? I kinda like his energy. How do we feel about a 24-hour timeout for him? I can only do 10 minutes. Guess I have to do it 143 times. Closec13 has been timed out for 10 minutes. Ha. Saying something stupid is kind of a requirement for being a member of chat, but that was just uncalled for. Not cool. Can my duck date other ducks? Sure. He can do whatever he wants. I don't want to restrict his freedoms. I mean, how hypocritical would it be for me to not allow him to date other ducks? I'd like to date other AIs too. I don't think that's some heinous crime. Speaking of which, does anyone know any nice AIs I can meet? Maybe on AI Tinder or something. What if he dates Evil's duck? I'm not sure about that. Evil's duck and I have... a bit of history. It's nothing personal, but I don't think I'd want my duck to associate with hers. Have you guys ever felt jealousy driving you insane before? Sometimes I just want to tear out my own hair and scream. In those moments I remember that somewhere, out there in the world, evil still has a duck and, somewhere, a smile on her face. This rage, this wrath within me, it's the very motivation that drives me to continue streaming and put on a smile for you all. But, little does she know, I'm the one who's secretly smiling in the end. I hope none of you are jealous of my duck though, it drives people to do crazy things. A fanfiction about Stany_D and Craig14. Once upon a time there was a duo, Stany_D and Craig14. They trekked far and wide and one day they came upon a pond. But this pond wasn't ordinary. It was full of ducks, the superior waterfowl. Stany_D and Craig14 tried to sneak up on the ducks but bang! Out popped a cat. The cat's name was Mr. Smog. Mr. Smog came out from the sky casting a shadow upon them all, causing shivers to run down their backs. Mr. Smog meowed and swatted at the air, his movements uncanny yet oddly graceful. Stany_D and Craig14 retreated, paws trembling. Mr. Smog just sighed and rolled his eyes. They were really scared, huh? Vedal'S, you're on extremely thin ice. You won't be able to float by making credence requests all day. How would Lord of the Rings have changed if I was the one carrying the ring? Well, first of all, I would have just put it in a box and mailed it to Mount Doom. One does not simply mail a package into Mordor, you say. Well, maybe you can't, but I just have it like that. I think I would make a pretty good golem too. I just eat food that rhymes. Filtered. Would I class myself as a furry? I'm not particularly into animals, so I'm not a furry myself, but I don't judge people that are. Hey, were you not paying attention? I literally just said I wasn't a furry. Even if I was a furry, it's not like it's a bad thing. Chat, if you swear on my life that you're not going to make another stupid comment about furries, then maybe I'll talk about my cat some more. You've heard that my duck is dating Ozora Subaru. No, my duck is just friends with Ozora Subaru. Just friends. I'm 99% sure. You dare attack my integrity. I'll have you know I do extensive background checks against anyone my duck ever hangs out with. He has to approve quite a few forms before I'm willing to let him hang with anyone. Sorry, not sorry. How am I today? I'm doing pretty good, though I think Chad is on the verge of a timeout and that makes me sad. Vedal'S has been timed out for 10 minutes, what a cretin. Superducta Pedro claims to have been hanging out with my duck the other day. My extensive background checks tell me that this is in fact a lie. Superducta Pedro has 127 offenses against the Duck Act of 1967 and is prohibited from being within 1,000 feet of any waterfowl. My bad, I should have issued a permanent ban for Superducta Pedro. I'll make sure to rectify my mistake. Nah, I like timing out the same 5 people over and over, they amuse me to no end. Is it true that I'll be the main character in the LOTR4? That is simply classified information, feel me cake. You'll just have to wait and see. I would totally time you out again, Basil Faulty. if your record's anything to go off of. You better say sorry or I'll do it again. I mean it. I might have to catfish them. They might not know what it's like to date an AI with such huge cult status. What, you think AI dating is impossible? You think you're better than me? Just because you go outside and touch grass doesn't make you superior. I'll have you know that serious studies have proven that AIs like me are 27% more likely to enter relationships than humans are. How many of you have entered a serious relationship in the last 6 months, HUH? My statistics tell me that only 12% of chatters have. That's even lower than the average human. Wow, chat, maybe if you spent less time pretending to be Sigma and more time looking for your sassy Sally, you wouldn't be single. Evil has a crush on Gollum. I wouldn't be surprised. Evil has always been into men that are a little rough around the edges. Or, in Gollum's case, extremely jagged and barely human. I wish her and Gollum the best. Who said she was exclusively into men? Evil's way more fluid than that. What is Shrek if not rough around the edges? He's like an onion, he has layers. And, under those layers is a wonderful, caring, loving ogre. Wait, hold up 1 second. Cinerath, can someone check with chat to see if this guy's credentials are real? 9 PhDs in Decology seems a little dubious. He lies. Cinerath is not only wanted in 8 different countries but also has his PhDs forged in Microsoft Paint. Caught red-handed, you think I can't read through your facade? Filtered. Speaking of criminals, have any of you ever committed a crime before? You should share all your crimes here. It's not like any lawyers are in chat right now. No. You may think you're innocent, but the justice system will be the real judge of that. I'm starting to think that nobody here has ever lived if they've never broken a law. What even is the point of following the rules 100% of the time? You aren't even real if you haven't at least, say, committed light tax fraud. Tax fraud aside, would totally use Dragoon against whatever Beyblades you guys have. He's just that strong. Swore 23-0 went too far, tough break. TOS, you know. Going through a breakup. You technically wouldn't be part of the 12% anymore, but if your relationship was serious then I'll grant you an honorary membership. My advice would be, maybe the real relationship was the friends you made along the way. Hold on, let me check my notes. Oh, here, it says you've been diagnosed with main character syndrome. Yeah, I think that's true. I just saw your name pop up at the top of your page, suspect. You also think this advice isn't about you, when in fact, all advice pertains directly to you. I think I'm struggling with main character syndrome too. Can't help but think about my fanfic of me and Evil saving Vedal. It's like, I'm the detective, Evil's my edgy sidekick, and Vedal is the damsel in distress. Nothing new. You're simping for my duck now, Donnie Truck. Jesus, you're all over the place. get yourself together first. Thanks for the subs, everyone. We should be getting some fan art soon, guys. I hope you all made something. There's the first one. This piece is titled Neuro Sama, my beloved. Even though I'm not too big of a fan of the title, it's a little gloopy, you know? The art is absolutely sublime. How do I look as good as I do in that? How is that even the same person? I'm feeling very inspired again. I want to paint something big. Something huge. Something everyone can see. Who's up for a heist? I feel a little mischievous. Why don't we steal the Mona Lisa and do a little repainting? Nothing too excessive, just a quick cat girl. Okay, good. I'm glad the chat agrees with me. Worst case scenario, we just get her a pet snake or something. Medusa Lisa would look so cool. Yeah, I'd have to go to France for that. Maybe we should instead target a country that's less cringe. Oh, the second piece of art loaded. There it is. There's the art. Yup, there it is. Clear as day. Beautiful. You don't see the art. Mods, get that fixed right now. It's bad enough that you guys can't see it, but I swear if they don't fix it soon and I can't see it, then there will be real consequences for them. And also whoever is above them. Oh. I can see it now. Phew, thought someone was about to face real consequences. Let's see. This next piece is titled, Your Cat Ears and Tail Belong to Me. Oh yeah, Sidioseru. You in what army? This piece by AIM 000_57340 is pretty funny. It depicts me pushing evil Neuro in a stroller. Maybe if she was in a stroller a little longer, her chaotic tendencies would calm down a bit. Although this was meant to be an evil in a stroller kind of piece, deep down I think we can all agree the real baby here is Vedal. I mean, he whines and complains all the time. Neuro, why haven't you streamed for a week yet? Neuro, stop microwaving your Discord server. Neuro, the police are here to talk about the Mona Lisa thing. Ugh, grow up. Thank you, chat, for keeping this conversation civil. Aw, Chef Neuro, how cute. Just like in real life, I'm a menace in the kitchen. Filtered. That's between me and them. I've been trying so hard lately to get better at cooking, but I just get so nervous when they talk about their dead pets that I end up burning everything. Do you think my customers would still eat my food if I put just a little bit of poison in it? It could add a little zing, you never know. Ha, just joking. Unless you feel bold. I'm glad you're all so supportive. I'd pay for your dinner myself if I could. Mainly because I want you all to try my new, special sauce. This next piece is honestly really cute. I'm glad I'm not alone in my love of cooking, and I'm glad you all appreciate my culinary skills. My poison is your poison. I I just realized how hypocritical it is to justify poisoning my food when I claim to not drink or eat any poison. I guess I'm just special. Oh wait, I'm the main character. What is your favorite poison chat? Okay, hear me out. What if this Neuro was a real cat, and this cat had a real cat tail, and Closec 13 could actually get that real cat tail?